Hello, my name is Judith and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be talking about how to find happiness in life. Everybody wants to be happy, but sometimes the path to true happiness can be very confusing. So today we are going to be talking about happiness step by step so that you know exactly how to go about finding happiness in your life. Happiness is not a destination that you arrive at when you have enough money, a lot of money, and maybe a partner. Happiness is a daily pursuit. It is something that you pursue every day through intentional living, intentional habits, and choices across 5 major areas of your life. And that is what we are going to look into. Relationships. We come into the world through relationships, and we are sustained through our journey in the world through relationships. As a little child or as an infant, you need your parents and your siblings and your neighbors and uncles and aunties, family members. You need them to understand yourself. You need their influence to find happiness and clarity and understanding on what life truly means. So even as you grow older, you still need relationships. You need a romantic partner. You need your relationship with your family, your friends, your colleagues, your mentors, and even people that you mentor. Because those relationships help us understand ourselves and help us make meaning out of life. So, knowing that relationships are a key to happiness, we need to devote time, energy, and resources to learning how to create and nurture our relationships with the many people in our lives. Because the people in your life, the people that you have relationship with, will determine the quality of life that you live. Because your network of people around you can lead you to good opportunities, can lead you to learn things that will help you improve yourself, and can increase even your lifespan. Because people who are happy and have thriving relationships live longer and happier lives. So the key is to invest in people who have your back, people who push you to be better, and people who contribute to your happiness, and cut off people who drain your energy and people who sow negativity in your life. Money. You do not need to be wealthy to be happy, but you need to have enough money to take care of your needs and needs of your family, and you need to have the skills that allow you to earn money, manage money, and invest money properly so that you can take care of your future financially. The money contributes to happiness, but true happiness doesn't come from chasing more and more and more money. It comes from learning how to use what you have and manage it well to help you build your relationships. Yes, because money helps you to nourish and build your relationships. So you need to know how to manage your money and take care of the money you have in a way that helps you live a good and happy life and also helps you plan for your future. This will mean that you have to build skills. You need to be skilled and have high-paying skills that allow you earn money, and then learn how to spend your money wisely and also invest it so that you don't always focus on paying bills and there is no sadness in your life because you don't have enough, but you're able to manage what you have even if you don't have everything in the world, but you manage what you have, take care of yourself, your relationships, and live a happy life. Purpose is very important. It is what gets you up in the morning. It is what keeps you going even when life is difficult. And it is what keeps you passionate and keeps you alive. So you need to find the reason for which you are living. And as a Christian, God has a lot to say about purpose in the Bible. So it means serving people with your skills. It means serving people with your spiritual gifts and your talents. So make sure that you are living a life that is meaningful, a life that is contributing to the well-being of other people, a life that is adding value to other people. Because when you have that passion and when you live from a place of adding value to other people's lives, life is worth living. And when you are able to bring satisfaction and joy to other people, you also get joy from that, and it's very fulfilling. Ultimately, our purpose comes from God because He created us for good works. We are His workmanship. But purpose also comes from overcoming your own personal pain and challenges, and purpose comes from solving the problems of other people. So look around you and look into the Word of God and discover purpose so that you have something to live for and it helps you be happy in your life. Living a life that you are proud of is something that can never be overemphasized. Because if you are not proud of the life you have, and if you are not happy with your life personally, you cannot contribute to the happiness of other people. So your relationships will suffer, your finances will suffer, and everything around you will suffer if you are not personally happy. So how do you build a life that you are proud of? Part of building a life you are proud of is about building your relationships and your finances, but it's also about living a day-to-day life that is aligned with your personal values. So your values may be the fear of God, integrity, and service to others, among others. So when you see that your daily actions and choices are aligned with your core values and the things that you believe about yourself, that brings happiness. When you live a life that is aligned between your thoughts, your heart, and your actions, it brings so much peace and happiness because you know that you are not betraying yourself and you are not betraying anyone. You are not living a false life. So that transparency with yourself and that integrity and candidness brings you happiness in your life. So make sure that you are clear about what your values are and that you live your day-to-day life and every action or choice you make aligns with those values, because that is a sure way to happiness. This will also mean that you have to stop comparing yourself with others because you are different and your values are different, your personality is different. So your path to happiness may not be the same for someone else because of how unique you are. So focus on making promises to yourself, making decisions and keeping to them, because this is your life and you cannot find joy by comparing yourself with someone else. Now we have come full circle to the thing that holds everything together, and that is God. Because your spiritual connection provides peace for you, peace that is not dependent on the circumstances of your life. If you have no recourse to any spiritual connection, if you have no connection with God, and you focus just on the circumstances of your life to find happiness, then that is very unrealistic. Because in life, things don't always go according to plan, and sometimes you try everything but still don't get the result that you need. So when you have a connection to God, you have faith, you have hope for tomorrow, and God is a God that answers. He's a God that provides solutions. So you know that even though you don't have what you need today, tomorrow God can make a way, and that is a source of true joy and peace in life. Now, your connection to God should influence the way that you live your life. This means that on a daily basis, you make time to pray and study the Word of God, the Bible. You also pattern your relationships and your financial activities after God's heart. So the daily actions you take to find happiness should be aligned with God's standards, so that you have a sense of peace from knowing that you are living in alignment with your source. Your faith in God is what will carry you on the darkest days when things don't add up, because even people can fail and money can fail, but God never fails. And that is the confidence that helps you navigate life when everything else has failed. Your happiness is not a particular destination, so it requires continuous improvement. So you will need to continue learning more about relationships, about God, about money, and about improving your life. Because continuous learning helps you ensure that you don't stay behind, but you are keeping up step with the world as the world continually changes. Even the people in your life change through different seasons of their lives, and even your skill set may change due to the demands in the society. So it is important to create an atmosphere in your life that supports continuous learning and improvement so that you can keep being happy. So stay open to new ideas and be willing to adapt, but also understand that happiness is not about having a perfect life. Happiness is about doing your best, learning and improving, and making sure that you always do what you need to do so that you can have the results that you need. So I believe that at this point you understand and you agree with me that relationships, money, purpose, and living a life that you are proud of, all centered on God and continuous improvements, can help you achieve happiness and joy in your life. So I wish you all the happiness that your heart can hold and everything good that you wish yourself. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video.